for EVM doubters by making it clear once again that EVMs are foolproof and that they cannot be tampered. Before announcing the dates for the Delhi elections, the CEC took time to respond to the allegations of the voter list tampering or manipulation that was being alleged, EVM tampering, and a sudden spike in voter turnout on the day of voting. The first attack is that there was no evidence of any drawback as far as EVMs are concerned, that India's poll process is robust and transparent. He also said that there is no question of introducing a virus or a bug in the EVMs or even a Trojan horse, because the allegation has been that these EVMs can be hacked. He has also said that there is absolutely no question of any invalid votes as far as EVMs are concerned, because the allegation was that in certain polling booths there were more votes polled for a certain political party than even the total votes over there. He also gone on to say that the EVMs were not possible to be rigged as well. That's in fact the other allegation that he has made, responding to charges that these EVMs at some level or the other were attacked. He has come out to also say that EVMs are foolproof devices as far as counting is concerned, and that these allegations of EVM tampering are completely baseless. Listen in to the reactions coming in.
माननीय हाई कोर्ट और सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने क्या कहा है? उन्होंने कहा है कि ईवीएम हैक हो ही नहीं सकती. There is no evidence of unreliability or any drawback in the EVM. There is no question of introducing virus or bug in the EVM. There is no question of invalid votes in the EVM. No rigging is possible. High Court and Supreme Court is saying continuously in different judgments which are here. EVMs are foolproof devices for counting. Allegations of tampering are baseless. We are not saying. We are speaking now because we don't speak when elections are on.
All right, so reactions coming in with the BJP slamming the opposition over the EVMs. In fact, the BJP leaders have said that these are an excuse for Arvind Kejriwal, and that leaders of the India bloc have raised the EVM issue where they know they are going to lose.
देखिए, ये तो केजरीवाल जी का बहाना है, और ये जो है एनडीए अलायंस के लोग जहाँ पे भी हारते हैं वहाँ पे वो ईवीएम की बात करते हैं, जहाँ पे जीतते हैं वहाँ पे वो चुप रहते हैं. उनको मालूम है उनकी हार उनको साफ दिखाई दे रही है, तो अभी से उन्होंने वोटर लिस्ट के ऊपर में, ईवीएम के ऊपर में अभी से आरोप लगाना शुरू कर दिया है. अगले महीने हमारी सरकार बन रही है, अच्छे बहुमत से बन रही है.
देश का चुनाव आयोग दुनिया में बहुत सम्मान प्राप्त है, पूरे वर्ल्ड में. पूरा वर्ल्ड आज लोकतांत्रिक पद्धति से चुनाव कराने के लिए जिसको फॉलो करता है वो है भारत का चुनाव आयोग. इसलिए जो भी राजीव जी का कथन है, दुनिया की कितनी शक्तियों को कहा गया आओ एक बार गलत सिद्ध करके दिखा दो, तो देखो भैया ईवीएम पे दोष वही मढ़ता है या ईवीएम पे शंका वही करता है जो चुनाव हारने की आशंका आ चुकी.
All right, and really what is the entire allegation about? What is the opposition being saying thus far? The opposition has come out to say that EVM is an excuse for Arvind Kejriwal and the India bloc. That's a charge that has been made by the BJP. And on the other hand, we have Manish Sisodia saying that fake names of applicants are being used to replicate original voters. This is in fact, as far as the war of words on EVMs is concerned. We have also seen Manish Sisodia come out to ask why is he not in fact taking action against those complaints. Parvesh Verma responding say that opposition can already sense defeat in the Delhi polls as well. Let's listen to the war of words coming in with AAP continuing to allege that fake names of applicants are being used to remove voter names on a large scale. Of course, the Delhi Chief Electoral Officers also issued a statement last night to clarify that there was a massive surge of those applying for their names to be included after the cutoff date, which was December 16th. Listen into the war of words.
कैसे भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं के नाम पर कई सौ लोगों के नाम वोटर लिस्ट से डिलीट कराने की एप्लीकेशन स्वीकार की जा रही हैं, उन पर कार्रवाई की जा रही है. कैसे ये हो रहा है? जिन लोगों ने मतलब एप्लीकेंट भी झूठे हैं, वो एप्लीकेंट भी मना कर रहे हैं कि जी मैंने तो किया ही नहीं. तो ऐसे में कौन कर रहा है ये कार्रवाई? उन्होंने क्या एक्शन लिया? जो लोग 1100 रुपये बांटते हुए पकड़े गए उनके खिलाफ क्या एक्शन लिया?
जहां चिंगारी होती है वहीं धुआं उठता है. अगर 5 वोट से ज़्यादा एक आदमी शिकायत करेगा किसी वोट के डिलीट करने पर, तो उस पर आपत्ति होगी किसी एक व्यक्ति पर. कहीं एक ही जगह एक ही पोलिंग स्टेशन पर अगर बहुत ज़्यादा संख्या में वोट डिलीट होंगे या ऐड होंगे तो भी सवाल उठना स्वाभाविक है। इसका संज्ञान चुनाव आयोग को लेना चाहिए। अगर चुनाव आयोग के मानकों के हैंडबुक और मैनुअल के अनुसार अगर कोई शिकायतें हो रही हैं तो उसका चुनाव आयोग को संज्ञान लेना चाहिए और उस पर जांच करते हुए जो भी जो भी कार्रवाई हो वो चुनाव आयोग को करनी चाहिए।
And before we move ahead into the debate, let's take a look at how, in fact, the CEC has countered specific charges that have been leveled by the opposition time and again on multiple issues. Now, the big question is on EVMs itself. The opposition says that there's no trust in EVMs, that they want ballot paper, to which the EC's defense is there's absolutely no proof of unreliability. Another charge that opposition has made is the battery strength changes the results. They say that there is absolutely no question of any virus, any bug or any Trojan horse that Election Commission say is possible. The opposition has also said that the machine with a chip can be hacked and there is no rigging possible in EVMs, has been the response coming in from CEC Rajiv Kumar at today's press conference. They also go on to say that poll results can be decided by software. There is foolproof device as far as counting is concerned. So there's absolutely no question of such a thing taking place, is the Election Commission's counter on this multiple issues that have been raised. Let's now take this across to our guests who are joining us at the moment. We have Shivam Chabra, who's spokesperson of the BJP. Joining us also is O.P. Rawat, former CEC of India. Advocate Anmol Panwar is spokesperson of Aam Aadmi Party. Dr. Suman Siraman is a political analyst joining us at the moment. Advocate Anmol Panwar, you've heard the response coming in from the CEC today. Mr. Rajiv Kumar coming out to very specifically state that there is absolutely no question of either the voter list being manipulated or even EVMs being hacked. He says that is a wrong charge to make. Your response to what CEC Rajiv Kumar has stated, Anmol Panwar.
Good evening, Mr. Madhav. Madhav G, we have highlighted the fact that how even after a comprehensive summary revision exercise which was concluded on 29th October 2024, wherein a detailed verification of voters takes place, wherein the addition, deletion and correction of the voter list happens. After that, how is it possible that more than 10,000 applications have been filed for voter deletion and addition? I mean, only 84 people have filed around more than 5,000 applications. And when they were called for verification by the same election commission, they outrightly denied, saying कि हमने तो इस तरह की कोई application file ही नहीं की. I mean, rather than taking action against the ones who are involved in this fake voter deletion and addition, rather than doing a proper investigation, they are laying the blame on the Aam Aadmi Party leaders who are highlighting this daylight murder of democracy.
Well, they are saying that there appears to be a huge surge of those who have made those applications. Let me bring in Mr. O.P. Rawat. He's a former CEC. Mr. O.P. Rawat, I don't know if you've seen the statement coming in from the Delhi Chief Electoral Officer's office, because they say that there is a huge surge of those who applied for their names being included, deleted, etc. after the cutoff date, which I believe was December 16th. How do you respond to this? Because the Aam Aadmi Party says that we are complaining about tampering with the electoral process and the electoral roll, but that's not being looked at very seriously by the Election Commission here in Delhi, represented by the CEO's office. Mr. Rawat.
Actually, Election Commission machinery takes every such complaint very seriously and they examine thoroughly. This kind of blame on Election Commission's machinery, I don't think has any evidence. If at all they just want to allege, they can continue. But if they really have any evidence, instead of shouting, instead of complaining, why don't they use a C-Vigil app? If they have seen anything happening, Citizen Vigilance app by Election Commission is handy. Just make a video and send it so that there is evidence to your allegation. They don't do it. So it is basically for media attention that it is being done.
Anmol Panwar, respond to that. This is just being done for media attention. If you have adequate evidence, file a complaint with that evidence. That's what the former CEC is saying, and he would know a thing or two about the system and how it works, because he's headed the Election Commission for several years.
Madhavji, what I have showed right now are the applications which were filed on the letterhead of Bharatiya Janata Party, which was highlighted by our national convener. It was related to Shahadra Assembly constituency. And day before yesterday, we also presented with evidence all the facts related to New Delhi Assembly constituency, when the objector themselves are outrightly denying, वो कह रहे हैं कि हमने तो इस तरह की कोई एप्लीकेशन फाइल ही नहीं की, हमारी आइडेंटिटी का गलत इस्तेमाल करके ये फाइल की गई है एप्लीकेशन. Then why is the Election Commission not taking any action? I mean, fair and transparent elections, they are cornerstone of a democracy.
So who has done the violation according to you? Is it the BJP or is it somebody else?
And immediately.
What is your exact allegation, Mr. Pawar?
That is for the Election Commission to investigate. How can they? No, how can they?
Let me bring in the BJP. Since you've taken the name of the BJP, let me bring in Shivam Chhabra. Shivam Chhabra, the complainants or the letterheads of the BJP are there as far as these particular applications are concerned. Is this something that the BJP endorses? Because his allegation, Mr. Pawar, we can't make out head or tail of what is on your screen because it's looking all white on air for your kind information, sir. But Mr. Chhabra, since the allegation is there that the BJP's letterhead was used, your response to what is being stated by the AAP spokesperson?
Madhavji, there's nothing new. I think you've been covering Delhi for past quite some time now. I think it's been almost a decade. And it's been almost a decade this party, this fixed up party is into the power. They always resort to kind of hate and fear mongering when they see that the defeat is right near them. There's nothing wrong in it. I mean, I would say it's a very standard. I would say it's a standard operating procedure for them when they start questioning the election authority itself. Now they say that the EVMs are rigged. Then they come up and say your electoral voter list are being rigged. No investigation being done. So they will resort to every level. You start questioning the investigating authority, you start questioning the election conducting authority, so that if in case, and I would say I'm convicted of the fact that when you are losing on the other hand, then you have got a you've got a plea to say that this entire process is just not fair and fine.
Okay, I want Suman to respond to that.
It's shameful.
Okay,
the kind of attitude the Aam Aadmi Party is going through. This shows the real and true face of Aam Aadmi Party.
Okay.
Do not believe in free and fair elections being conducted.
Mr. Pawar, please put on the banner. I mean, this is really getting bizarre now. You were trying to show some application. No, please, one by one. This is not the correct way to debate. Suman Raman, simple question over here. The BJP spokesperson says that this is just a ruse or an excuse to be put up if at all they are losing the election. But the point is this. The point is whether it is voter list manipulation, whether it is EVMs and them being hacked, whether it is, people voting after 5 p.m. All of those and other questions have been answered today by the CEC Rajiv Kumar for over 30 to 35 minutes before he made the schedule announcement. Do you think that this should settle the matters? Of course, every political party has a right to raise questions, but those questions have to be founded in some evidence or some truth.
I'm Madhav, an election commission that believes that there is nothing at all to hide will not try to subvert a court order by getting a government to say that data need not be released. Why should data not be released? What is the secrecy about it? This is, after all, the cornerstone of a democratic process. This is not some top secret defense document. How many people voted? How many votes were polled? How many votes were counted? I mean, none of these are secret documents, for God's sake.
And they're not. He said as much today that they are not. That this is a wrong campaign to show that we are against transparency. He said exactly that.
No, 1 minute. Madhav, 1 second. Did the government issue the ordinance or not? Yes or no? Second, I am not making any charges. Mr. Qureshi, who was himself a former chief election commissioner, he has raised these questions. He knows the functioning. Okay, we don't know the functioning of the EC. We don't know the process. A former chief election commissioner will know the process. He says, I have never seen in my
Well,
life.
let's ask another
this
CC
kind
who's
of
on a
situation
panel of
where
another
3
former
days
CC.
later, there is a 4% increase, 3% increase. No, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, so Mr. Rawat is here. I want Mr. Rawat. This is much too important an issue for us to brush under the carpet.
Dr. Qureshi.
I want Mr. O.P. Rawat to respond to that because Mr. O.P. Rawat, there are certain doubts that have been raised by another former CEC. Mr. Qureshi says Mr. Suman Raman. And is there an attempt to stop any kind of data? Why was that government order issued? That's a question that is being raised by opposition parties. I believe Mr. Rajiv Kumar has answered that in the press conference, but would you like to take on that question?
Actually, I have never heard Dr. Qureshi saying any such thing, first thing. Second thing, no government order applies to election commission's working. Election commission's working is autonomous, and whatever procedure they dictate or they announce or they declare, only that applies to them. About turnout data, there is no bar, and turnout data is given by Election Commission regularly. They have in fact brought out a turnout app. So all those things are in fact not true.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there. I'd like to thank all our panelists for joining us. Shivam Chhabra, O.P. Rawat, Advocate Amol Pawar, as well as Dr. Suman C. Raman. Certainly, of course, even though the clarifications are coming in, the questions are only increasing. Perhaps the CEC, by answering those questions, has set off or sparked off more questions. Indeed, that debate only going to continue as the election hots up. We'll have to leave it there for the moment, slipping into a quick break.
in association